I knew that was fake.
Hello. Thanks I get. Hello. I started this gangster shit. And it's the thanks I get. Hello.
Comic Artist Pro Secrets, you are listening to Ethan Van Sciver. I'm a 25-year veteran of the comic book industry. Great big Star Wars fan. Bad news, this lightsaber isn't real. I was prepared to go as high as $150 bidding on this lightsaber were it the actual lightsaber that was screen used in Star Wars A New Hope. But unfortunately, Luke Skywalker's Star Wars A New Hope lightsaber withdrawn. They pulled it out from auction due to authenticity concerns. And those are deep concerns. It would have to be real. It'd have to be real in order for anybody to want to pay $150 for it. Alright, a lightsaber described as having been used by Luke Skywalker in the first Star Wars movie has been removed from sale at a U.S. auction house after fans raised concerns about its authenticity. You can't fool Star Wars fans. You can't. The lightsaber was due to be sold by Profiles in History. They're a very, very good... They sell autographs. They sell memorabilia. Profiles in History is way too expensive. They're about 5 times more expensive than they should be. So they'd probably... $200,000. All right, so I'd probably be out at $200,000 for the hilt of a lightsaber. However, if this did work, if this was a real lightsaber, I would pay $200,000 for it in a heartbeat. Of course I would. A real working lightsaber, you'd have to be stupid not to buy that for $200,000. I would spend that, and I'd spend $100,000 on a jetpack, and I would fly through the neighborhood with my lightsaber and jetpack cutting street lamps in half. People would see me coming. They'd be like, oh my god, it's Ethan, he's going to cut this. Oh, he did. He cut the street lamp in half. That's what I would do. God, that's what I want to be doing. I wish I could do that. It was said to have been one of 5 designed by Oscar-winning Star Wars set director Roger Christian and used by actor Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker character in the 1977 film Star Wars A New Hope. I've heard of that movie, but questions about provenance have swirled. Provenance is a big deal. You actually have to prove where you got it from and where they got it from, etc., etc. And if you have photographs and letters and all of that, that actually increases the value of a product like this, of an item like this. Collectible. Hollywood memorabilia buffs and Star Wars fans wonder whether the lightsaber was used by Hamill in the film or if it's just a replica or a prototype. And that's a good question. Everybody's making replicas and prototypes. None of them work. None of them work. Wake me up when you have a working lightsaber, please. Jason DeBoard, the editor-in-chief of the original Prop.com blog, examined postings by Mr. Christian on social media websites from 2015 and 2016, in which the artist wrote about making recent exact copies of prototypes of the 1977 Skywalker lightsaber. Mr. Christian, however, said the prop was legitimate. Oh, is that right? He said, I personally made 5 for the filming by hand, individually in my office with grafter parts I bought in, and the scrap calculator bubble strip and D-ring he posted on social media. Make me one. That sounds pretty cool. He said, I used strip for the handle, whatever I could find in my scrap, all super glued together by me, no one else. This is one of them. That sounds pretty, that's about right. Mr. Christian had also supplied a letter of authenticity to accompany the sale. After news of the sale was reported, Hamill warned potential buyers he had used several different models during filming. Alright, so this is interesting. So we got a disagreement between Roger Christian and Mark Hamill. He says, be advised, there was no one lightsaber I used in the film, but many. Is that more than 5? Did you make more than 5 lightsabers? Both for myself and my stunt double. Multiple duplicate backup props are commonplace during production. When the handle ridges were cutting my hands, they even made a few with soft sponge ridges. Hashtag buyer beware. Cutting your hands. Oh, these were cutting into your hands? Oh my gosh. Alright. And then he goes on to say, no, here's Roger Christian. He says, I made them myself and gave them to special effects. One to add the wood dowel blade to catch the light. I handmade every prop and prototype of every weapon. And Mark Hamill says, you would be much more informed on this subject than I am, Roger. I'm not suggesting the auction is being dishonest in any way, only pointing out there is no one specific lightsaber used. And I think most people know that. Like, if you buy any screen-used prop, it's one of about 10. And so you can never really be sure if the one that you have is the one that was in the movie or not, or if it's just one of several that were in the movie. So, yeah, it's something to worry about. It would certainly, I mean, if this were the lightsaber, if this was the very lightsaber hilt that Mark Hamill carried around in A New Hope, or at least one of them, and you could actually point to which scene that this prop appeared in, it'd probably fetch more than $200,000. Okay, scrolling down, Profiles in History subsequently decided to pull the piece from auction. That's the responsible thing to do at this point. I mean, if you have doubts about whether this is real or not, or that you can back up the claims, then yeah, you should pull it. He said, in light of conflicting information regarding the origin of Roger Christian's lightsaber, Profiles in History has decided to withdraw the piece from this auction until Mr. Christian can clear up the inconsistencies that have been brought to our attention. Weird. Profiles in History Chief Executive Joe Madalena said, I don't understand. Is Roger Christian the one selling this lightsaber? Star Wars movies have made billions of dollars at the box office worldwide, and props and costumes from the sci-fi saga can fetch high prices at auction. While the lightsaber won't be added to any fan's collection soon, there are still about 25 other items being auctioned, including an original black TIE Fighter pilot helmet from the first film that could go for up to $417,388. No thanks. I mean, it's nice. Oh, man, I wish that's a lot to spend on this helmet. That's a lot to spend on that helmet. A pair of droid C-3PO's hands used in Return of the Jedi had a pre-sale estimated value of $55,000 to $83,000. What they get into the exact numbers here: $83,489. While a Stormtrooper helmet used in the 2015 movie Star Wars: The Force Awakens and signed by the main cast members was expected to sell for $11. Yeah, that's about right. A different lightsaber used by Hamill fetched $626,165 at auction last year, and a complete R2-D2 droid sold for $3.84 million in 2017. Yeah, this is serious business, and I've seen some of these collectors who do actually have some of these items. I saw a documentary with a guy who had the original Princess Leia outfit, and he had it out on display. I think it's Star Wars Celebration. He had it in I mean, that is, first of all, you have to be kind of surprised that something like that survived, and someone was prescient enough to actually save these items. Because when Star Wars was being made, I'm not sure that anybody knew or understood how important this movie was going to be. A lot of this stuff should have ended up in the garbage after, Star Wars: A New Hope was immediately filmed. It wasn't until it hit the screens and it became a cultural phenomenon that anybody had any idea that this was, one of the most important American movies ever made. So to think that there is a lightsaber hilt out there, and it hasn't really been claimed, it's going to go up to auction. And by the way, again, I would like to know who exactly is selling this lightsaber. Is this Roger Christian's? Is he suggesting that this is his and he is selling this, or is he selling it on behalf of someone else? Very, very peculiar indeed. But yeah, the fact that the Princess Leia's outfit survived, that you have a lightsaber, that you have maybe an R2-D2, a complete R2-D2, or an original TIE Fighter helmet from A New Hope, these are phenomenal special items that hopefully will be purchased by somebody, and I guess they will be. If you're going to pay $400,000 for this, they'll be placed into the care of somebody who's going to take good care of it. These are important. They belong in a museum, as Harrison Ford would have said in Indiana Jones. Congratulations to whoever wins these things. Hey, want to follow me on Twitter? Okay, cool. I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. Talk to you there. Show your friends you support independent comics while showing the world who you back in the fight against the swarm with the brand new Cyberfrog t-shirt from Crypto Fashion and Comic Artist Pro Secret. Sizes come in small to 5XL. and take your choice of colors between navy blue, white, and black. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and order the Fandom Menace, Go Get Daddy's Belt, Tico, and Soilo t-shirts as well. Link is below in the description. You're going to look great. People love these shirts. They fit wonderfully. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video and want to become part of this community, subscribe to this channel by clicking the Laughing Man face logo right on your screen. Ring the bell for notifications as well. You'll never miss a live chat. And stay tuned, another video by Comic Artist Pro Secrets is coming right up.